Wargaming's Beat Map Batrep.
Welcome back to Beat Map Batrep, episode 24, Grey Knights vs. Tyranids. Tyranids, turn 3. So let's see what I can do here. We just do the quick instinctive behavior tech for the Tyrannifex as he is out of synapse. The other Tyrannifex moves forward along with the Swarm Lord, trying to put them side by side so that if one gets charged, hopefully he'll multi-assault into the other one as well, thinking that that will of course help me. Gene Stealers move up behind the other Tyrannifex, hoping to get some cover, but I'm the big fat Tyrannifex who only has one wound left. And then the other Gene Stealers with the Brood Lord move out of the building. And they're going to attempt to get to the purifiers. It's going to be a little difficult. The other ones go around through the difficult terrain, but they manage to do pretty well in how far they are going to move. Doom and Malantai is going to try to suck out the brains. Dread Knight first. What does he roll? Oh, he makes his leadership, so he's fine. The Grey Knight Terminators, what did they roll? They also make their leadership, which means the poor little Doom and Malantai is still stuck there with only 2 wounds, I think, at this point. Brood Lord and his group run so they can try to get into combat. The other ones run as well to try to attack the Gene Stealers. Tyrannifex is actually close enough to hit with his thorax weapon. He fires everything on the purifiers and manages to kill 2 guys in total. Swarm Lord then attempts to do a psychic maneuver and try to suck some brains out of everybody else, and he nullifies that with a psychic hood. Then I try to do another psychic power and manage a perils on the warp. So that's really good stuff. So in this combat right here, the Gene Stealers are going to charge in. Now he did use some sort of psychic power before that causes dangerous and difficult terrain, so the Gene Stealers are down to initiative 1, and they do have to take dangerous terrain tests, but luckily none of them died from that. But still, being dropped to initiative 1 is a big deal. The other ones charge into this group, also initiative 1, so he gets to hit back with everything except the Demon Hammers. Now they're not initiative 1, they're actually initiative 2 because they have adrenal glands, so it's dropped to initiative 1 plus the 1 back up. And that's in the FAQ, just in case you're wondering if I made that up or not. So he manages to kill 4 of the Gene Stealers right there, and then I get to hit him back, of course. Oh, sorry, that was his purifying power thing. He uses psychic power just to purify them and do like a wound on everything on a 4+. And then he attacked them and killed a few more. Now I finally get to hit back with my few attacks because he killed so many of them. But still managed to kill 1, 2, 3 Grey Knights in total, but still not looking very good, as he's now going to use his Demon Hammer. Gets one of them off on the Brood Lord as well, or sorry, just the Gene Stealers die. Of course, the Brood Lord is an upgrade, so I don't have to put it on the Brood Lord. And we see if I run away, I have to roll double 1 not to run away. But thankfully he does not overrun me, as I'm a much higher initiative than him. And then we have the single Gene Stealer who's going to attack first, and manages to not kill anything, and then I just removed him because there's no way he's going to survive all that. So we got the attacks here, and let's see what happens. I'm trying to remember all that happened there. Oh, he manages to actually wound. Oh no, sorry, he was making psychic rolls, and he did a perils, and he lost a wound because of that. And then he attacks with his guys that are higher initiative, which is everybody, managing to only kill 2 of the Gene Stealers. Attacks the Doom and Malantai as well, but I make my 3+ invulnerable, so he does not kill him right there. Try to hit back, but do no damage. But then the Gene Stealers get to go. Thankfully, they have adrenal glands, so they're at strength 5 right now, rending. And so they manage to get a lot of wounds in there. There's about 3 rending, and then he's got all of his other saves as well. And there's wound allocation amongst all of this, so we're just rolling it, and then we'll remove the guys that are dead. And of course, there was rending in there, so he's going to lose a few guys. We got 1 guy with the halberd dead. Another guy dead, 3 die in total. Now he's going for his Demon Hammer hits. Manages 2 hits, 2 wounds, and I make both of those saves as well. So what is that, 5 saves so far that I've saved against the insta-killing? And so right there, I managed to win combat and overrun him, but Terminators don't get overrun, so he just took some extra wounds, but he made all those wounds. So just pile in right there. Grey Knights, turn 3. He moves his Dread Knight over, still within the 6-inch range, because he's going to be wanting to charge those Gene Stealers to help out, because those Terminators are actually in a bit of trouble, because they're being outnumbered by that. Doom Malantai gets to try to suck out his brains first, so first on the Dread Knight, rolls a 15! 5 wounds, he fails 4 out of 5, and the Dread Knight goes down to the Doom Malantai, sucking every last wound out of him, bringing him up to a total of 6 wounds. Thankfully, the Terminators make their leadership save, but that was a big deal there, that he was able to kill the Dread Knight in one swift move. He then fires at the running Gene Stealers and the Brood Lord and managed to kill it no problem. Then we have our other Terminators firing at the Tyranids. They manage to wound him, and then they charge in. Now, one thing I didn't realize is that these guys have these anti-Psyker grenades that drop Psykers down to Initiative 1. So my Swarm Lord is actually Initiative 1 throughout this attack. And on top of that, he gets to insta-kill me with his Force weapons, and he does manage to actually activate that. So these things are all now insta-killing Force weapons against 2 Initiative 1 monstrous creatures. So you might be able to guess what is about to happen here. Now I do have a 4+ invulnerable save, thankfully, but he goes down. He's insta-killed, fails one of his invulnerable saves, and is dead. Against the Tyranids, this guy does not have an invulnerable save, so they have no problem killing him with an insta-death as well. But thankfully he survives that right there. But he's still going to, I think he gets to attack back first. He does manage to kill one of the Terminators, but then the Demon Hammers go in there, and they manage to kill the Tyranids, no problem. So just like that, the Swarm Lord and the Tyranids are dead. So those Terminators are just wreaking havoc over there. He loses another Terminator in that close combat, though, as I get to hit him now with all my Gene Stealers. Now, he does have some Initiative 6 as well, but does not manage to kill any of the Gene Stealers, so I get to hit him back. And we can just see what happens here. We have lots of rolls. There's some rending in there, amongst wound allocation as well. And out of all of that, we're seeing how much these guys survive. He loses 1, 2, and the last one survives. With the Doom Mount, I guess I hit him with Strength 6 hits, but manages to fail. He hits back with his Demon Hammer, which is instant kill, and fails to wound him at all. And then we run to roll to see how much he gets overrun. He does get overrun, but then takes 2 extra Fearless wounds because he becomes Fearless, so he survives. So he's tying up that combat. So who do you think is going to win? Look at this. We've got these Gene Stealers over here with the Tyranids, but that's it. These Terminators are about to help join in the assault with these poor little Gene Stealers right there. And then we've got the Purifiers as well. So it's looking pretty iffy for the Tyranids, but leave a comment below who you think is going to win, and then click on the annotation or the link below to watch round 4.